Hi, everybody. If you hear chatter in the background, it's because Toby is watching Onward after lunch, and Charlie just woke up from his nap and is eating a waffle. But I'm putting together this video on Edpuzzle, mostly because Molly asked for it after the social studies breakout meeting this morning. So I'm going to show you what to do to make Edpuzzle work. So you go to edpuzzle.com and you'll get a screen that looks like this. And since you all are creating new accounts, you'll have to click sign up. The route I would recommend that you take after you click sign up is to just link it with your school Google account, because it will make it so much easier to share other items. Like if you want to link this to your Google Classroom, I would do that. So I'm going to log in, and each time you log in, it will ask you if you're a teacher or a student. So click I'm a teacher. And then here at the bottom, I will click sign in with Google. And it will verify my TPS 501 account. And boom, we're here. So you can find a bunch of different things on the Edpuzzle front page. The first things that it will show, since it knows that A, I teach history and social studies, and B, I live in Kansas, it will show me what videos are trending in the content area and the state I live, and then it will also show an overall trend of the United States. On this second tab, which is curriculum, I can look at specific content for specific high school courses. Some of these on the content section are free. Some of them it will charge from time to time if it's a truly curated class, but here are some curated videos on comparative advantages from AP Microeconomics. The Topeka High School page will show you what you can look for in terms of departments or teachers in the building. And then the My Content tab will be anything that you have created or edited questions for. So I'm going to walk you through how to set up a Edpuzzle assignment for your students. And for me, it's done in 2 to 3 simple steps. The first thing that you want to do is go to your My Classes tab, and I'm going to add a new class because I have a different classroom code for this semester's Honors World History class. So I click Add Class, and it'll start thinking here in the corner. Thinking, thinking, thinking. All right. So here you'll see all of the Google Classroom classes that I have teacher or administrator access over. So I'm going to click Honors World History Spring 2020, and then I'm going to click Import Classes, and boom, it's now set up a class. It will show all of my students, and it matches the students' names and email addresses as they are in Google Classroom. So I've got this, and then I can look at assignments that I have that are due or assignments that I've posted with no due date. So since I don't have any assignments in this class yet, the first thing that I want to do now is go to the Content tab up here in the corner. So I know that our first series of activities or lessons will focus on World War II. So I'm very simply going to type World War II into the search bar. I hit enter, and you'll see that it gives me some videos that were posted on Edpuzzle alone. Here are some videos that have been posted on YouTube. And then I can click see more if I'm looking for any specific video. The other thing that you can do here on the side is look at the different popular channels options, right? I know that we all like to go to the crash course videos because they tend to be good, quick, easy, and accurate in terms of the way that they display their content. So if I wanted to search for just crash course videos or Khan Academy videos instead of YouTube videos, I would click on crash course, Here, it's now showing me every video that has World War II attached to it. So if there's a video that I know that I want that's not there, then I can use the Edpuzzle Chrome extension to add a video from YouTube into their library. So let's say that I want to use this World War II Crash Course World History number 38 video. So all I will do is click on the title, and here it's going to show me the entire video from start to finish. Now on Edpuzzle, what you care about looking at is the action items along the bottom. This will tell you if there are any questions or any discussion items attached to the video. And since we're looking just at the World War II video on YouTube, there's going to be 0 markings here, which means if we want to be able to ask kids questions to answer or give feedback or reactions to the video, we can go through and add those ourselves, or we can do what a lot of people do and look at these different video versions. So if I'm looking here and I see these two 1313 videos that have 14 questions on them, that's going to tell me that these two people probably have copied versions of the same video. So I'll just click on one of them, and here it's going to show me everything that I need to know about understanding an Edpuzzle screen. Every time you see one of these little teardrops below the video bar, this is going to tell you that there's either a multiple choice question, a discussion question. You stop and give some kind of audio or text notes, and it will physically stop the video and only play up to that portion while kids are active in watching or consuming the video. Here on the to-do side, it's going to show me what each of these items are. So I can see that there are 14 multiple choice questions. So if I click on each one of these teardrops, it's going to take me up to that question. Now, as a student, if I missed, that information or the year that Japan invaded Manchuria, then I can click rewatch and it will take me back to it. You'll notice, though, that I can't edit this question, and it's because this is not my copy yet. So let's say that I want to take this quiz that somebody else has already made and personalize it and make it my own. So over here in the bottom right, you will see these different options to click on. So I will always click on copy, and it will say that it's copied to my content. So now that I am in my content, I can click on this World War II video, and now I can click edit. I can now go through on each of these questions and edit them. The beauty with each question is that when I click on it, it will show me the pause point in the video, but now I can go through and check what the right answer is. And if I want to change this, then I can click on the pencil and change the dates or the question itself. If I wanted to add another question, then I can click one of these buttons here at the bottom. The first one, the list, is a multiple choice option where you write the question, write the answers, and then choose the correct answer. If you give a check all that apply question, then a student will only get it right or wrong if they've checked the specific questions that you've got. The second one is open-ended, where you can ask an essay or a free response question. And the functional difference between these two, aside from the format of the question, is that Edpuzzle will automatically grade this multiple choice question, but you have to go back and grade the open-ended questions. And then the last one is a note, where you can give any kind of comment, something to draw connections to. You can insert an audio comment here just by clicking on one of these buttons and then editing what's in the box. So I can now go through this person's quizzes and see if these are all questions that are ones that I want to ask, or I can go back to the original form of the video and insert some of my own questions instead of this one. The other thing that you can do is, let's say when we get to the end of the crash course video where he's going through and thanking everybody, let's say that I don't care that my kids need to see the credits or ordering something from Crash Course, that the video can literally stop at the last question. I can click on this bar here at the end and drag it all the way back to where I want it to stop. That I can make the video as long or as short as I need to by cutting through these things. Once I'm done making my edits, then at the top, I'll click this blue button that says Finish. Here's, again, the video. You see all the teardrops at the bottom that are all of the versions of the questions that I want. If I'm happy and I want this to now go to my kids, I click the button that says Assign. It's now going to say Assign to a class, so I have to pick the right class, right? My World History Spring 2020 class. And then the start date, right? If this is part of my 3 30-minute lessons that I'm pushing out on Monday, the start date for me would be Monday, March 30th. And the due date would then be Sunday, April 5th, right? Giving them a week to complete the content. Once I've done that and click Save, there are other options that I can make, right? I can turn on Prevent Skipping, which means that kids have to watch the video to answer the questions. I can automatically turn on captioning if I want to, or I can have it post to Google Classroom. This is the last one. The post to Google Classroom is something that I'll always do at the last minute when I'm ready to post the video assignment. So this will be the kind of stuff that I'm doing on Sunday night as I'm preparing to post my lessons on Monday. But as soon as I'm done here, right, I can click Assign. And it's now going to turn this into an assignment. And what you're looking at is a grade book for this assignment in Edpuzzle. When it gets completed here, I can push a button to then make sure that it posts those grades back on Google Classroom if that's where I'm keeping track of my grades and or my content. I want to show you what a grade book looks like from one of my classes last semester so you can see the notations. I have to set my assignment window back to last semester and click Save, and you'll see here these are all of the different videos that I assigned through Edpuzzle last year, and you'll see the scores that it gave me. The color coding kind of corresponds to like their level of mastery, right? If they're green, they've probably nailed the content. If they're yellow, they're kind of that at to near standard. And if they're red, that means they either didn't turn the assignment in, they failed the assignment right, or there's something else going on. Here, it will also tell me, right, how much time the kids spent watching individual videos. So I can look at those notes there. So let's say that this student watched this video that they got the 73 on and were unhappy with their grade. So I can look at it and go, okay, here's the things where she really messed up. I can either give her these individual questions on like Classroom to answer and give me the correct answer on, or I can click on that video. I can click on the 3 dots next to the student, and I can click Reset Progress. It's going to delete the student's original grade from Edpuzzle and reset it to 0, but that means that they can go back in and watch the video on their own. So I think this is something that if you're wanting to use YouTube videos, if you are creating, hold on, buddy. if you are creating your own videos that you want to ask kids questions during, that this is a good, easy tool to use. And if you've got any additional questions about how to use Edpuzzle, or I flew through some things and you want to ask specific questions, I'll post the link to this in our department Slack, and you can ask me specific questions about the how to, or how do I figure something out, or can you help me find a video with this, any of those other items between now and whenever you want to try this. All right, have a good day.